Grant, we've got two savvy veteran teams on the court, so you don't expect a lot of mistakes or sloppy play tonight.
Yeah, definitely a lot of experience on the floor, so teams will play the right way. These guys know exactly what they're doing. If both squads can keep things tight, we could be in for a very competitive game.
So here's the Clippers starting group. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Robert Covington is out there with Ivica Zubac. And it's Wall in at the one. And that one's good.
Ayton pouring a foundation there on the inside, just living in the paint.
Pass to George. Going inside. And for Paul George, playing close to home on a title-contending team, it's a tremendous opportunity, Grant.
And back with the Pacers, he twice made the Eastern Conference Finals, but without a doubt, this is the most talented team he's ever been a part of.
The last couple of seasons, the Clippers have shot the lights out from deep, Brent.
Oh, man, they've been unbelievable. Over 41% back in that 21 season. That led the NBA, so they got a nice collection of shooters on this Clippers team, and it helps that you have Paul George and Kawhi Leonard play to create great shooting opportunities. So lots of guys that can hurt you from deep, and that's what you expect from one of the greatest defenders maybe this league has ever seen. Great play by Kawhi that time.
And Chris Paul clears it away. For Phoenix, they've gone 1 for 3 so far. Bridges finds Paul. Here's Ayton. Tries again. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
First personal foul.
Unable to simply overwhelm people the way he did in college just because of his size. Ayton has done a much better job just staying patient. Great pump fake there. Well, DeAndre Ayton was so valuable in that 2021 playoff run for the Suns. Shot over 65% the entire postseason on their way to that NBA Finals appearance.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
And Booker puts up a deep 3. And the Suns get it back. Another shot. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
Ayton's so big inside, he turns a miss into an opportunity.
Here's George. And Ayton pulls it down. And the former 1-1, the first overall draft pick. Ayton, he's just a different matchup.
That size VA and that great touch around the rim. He runs the floor. He's a big presence down there. You just don't see a ton of centers like him around this league like you once did in the 80s and early 90s. Ayton's game presents a pretty hefty matchup issue.
Wow. I'll tell you, such an advantage having a playmaker who can get up to the rim and finish.
Now that is what every team wants.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Leonard on the wing. Deflected.
Well, more than capable as a defender. Bridges with a great job using his length.
2 minutes remaining.
Paul passes to Booker. Now here's Johnson. Off target from 3-point range. Leonard against Bridges. And it's Leonard. That time on the assist by Wall.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Wall against Paul. From deep, Johnson. Here's Ayton. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
The classic big man play there, just pushing right past the defense, finishing strong.
Wall, the pass to George. Off target with the 3.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
3-pointer, Bridges. Fires it from 18. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Here's George. It's hauled in by the Suns. Ayton's got 5 rebounds in the game. Booker fires from way outside. It's rebounded by George.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
Now here's Bridges. Up top, Paul. Wall covering. Takes a turnaround, Jay. Paul George pulls it in.
That's a decent look for him. He just couldn't convert.
Outside Covington. George, no good.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
Woo! I just love that alley-oop slam, B.A.
Defense disorganized, defense pays. And so it's Phoenix with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. And they've effectively guarded.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Suns Youth Dance Team.
And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And taking a look at the Suns' performance here, guys. What are your thoughts?
Well, you have to credit their effort on the defensive end. It set the tone for this contest.
Yeah, defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
So here are the 5 for the Clippers to start the second. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Ivica Zubac's out there with Robert Covington. And it's Wall in at the point guard position.
Yeah, the big guy going up and trying to rip that rim off.
And when Ayton isn't playing basketball, either the live or video game version, he's often drawing.
Yeah, I mean, he grew up wanting to be an architect. I actually hear that he loves blueprints, but probably his most famous sketch, himself dunking on Joel Embiid his rookie year.
Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Here's Leonard. Phoenix grabs the miss.
And unlike some other guys, missing a wide-open look won't hurt his confidence at all.
Pass to Booker. Outside Paul. Here's Johnson. Shoots it from the corner. Again, the Suns good for 2.
That's a good find from Ayton, understanding the defensive scheme, and he just waited for his teammate to be open.
Ball against Paul. Leonard for 3. And Ayton pulls it down. Ayton's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. Granted, it's a shooter's league, and we're seeing more and more big men float out to the perimeter and knocking them down.
Well, B.A., the game has evolved, and the shooting, particularly from the bigs, is fantastic. But, you know, I wish the bigs had a little bit more diversity. I don't mind shooting from the perimeter, but every once in a while, go mix it up and take advantage of your size mismatch in the paint.
Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Pass to George. Here's the 3. It's not going to go for him. And Phoenix the other way now. To the left wing. Back to Paul. Outside for Booker. Bridges against Leonard. Bridges misses. The Clippers have got nothing to go in this quarter. 0 for 5. And stolen by Paul.
First personal foul.
The free throw is off from Bridges.
Bridges is shooting a high percentage, and the game really does come naturally to him.
The Suns have gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter.
And the Phoenix Suns have been a completely different team since acquiring Chris Paul. He's the leader of this team, and he helps set the tone on both ends.
All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. Here's Wall. It's George on the wing. Can they get it? And yep, it's good. George has got his second basket on the night. Boy, the city of Phoenix really embracing Chris Paul as soon as he arrived.
Yeah, I mean, he's in the latter stages of his career now. But you would never know it based on how hard he plays every single night. He just makes everyone on this team so much better.
Wall attacking to the paint. And the jam by George.
And being that Wall is a point guard, it's his responsibility to facilitate. Just a terrific dime right there.
Outside Paul. From deep, Johnson. Count it. His 4th bucket in 8 shots.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open 3 when he's got it.
Wall against Paul. Throws it up high. Trying to go for a lob there. Excellent defense and anticipation to stop it. Down low. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Johnson. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Wall, the pass to George. This one for 3. He hits it. His 4th make in 10 tries.
Yeah, Paul George, no problem pulling up well behind the 3-point line to knock him down.
Bridges outside. Outside Johnson. 3-pointer. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And too long on the shot. Los Angeles has gone just 1 of 5 so far this quarter from 3. Oh, and a nice defensive play to disrupt the lob.
LA foul. John Wall. 2nd personal foul.
After taking Cam Johnson 10th in the 2019 draft, the Timberwolves promptly sent him and Saric to the Suns in exchange for Jared Colvin.
Paul for 3. They get it back. The fader. And the Suns miss again.
Yeah, my expectations were that he was not going to miss that one. He handles that kind of defense, especially on the inside.
And the shot's good.
And he got a good look at the hands of Covington.
The Suns leading. Outside Paul. 17 seconds left in the first half. And the Suns miss again. Bridges against Leonard. To the paint. Shoots a fadeaway. No good off the back of the rim.
I get a feeling that he made that much more difficult than he had.
And so it's Phoenix up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. A tremendous defensive effort against John Wall, frustrating the star point guard. All right, we'll get back to the action. And if you're just joining in, 1 half is in the books, 1 half to go. Paul George with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Bridges and Johnson fill up the forward spots. The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt, and it's Ayton in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. Here's Paul. Yep, count it.
Chris Paul not afraid to go inside, play amongst the trees, and still find a way to score.
Up top, Wall. He's guarded by Paul. Wall, the pass to Leonard. And the dunk by Leonard.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does. After a tough decade for the Suns between 2010 and 2020, they are once again a team to be reckoned with in the NBA, Brent.
Oh, man, the cachet of talent that this roster has is tremendous. And this team really came together in a hurry. And they're going to be a force for the next few years to come. Not afraid that time as PG goes right at the defense to make that play happen.
And he's good on the second. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Booker against George. Booker, the pass to Bridges. Back to Booker. Fires from deep. He can't get that one to fall. And Los Angeles the other way now. Here's George. And good. Coming on, the assist by Wall. Wall's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Outside Paul. Outside Johnson. He buries it from 3. Johnson's got 13.
Chris Paul came into the league playing unselfish, continues to do so. What a dime.
Here's Wall. And the big finish by Wall.
Get up there, young fella. Sometimes as a point guard, you got to take it yourself.
Well, it's okay to be selfish when you can flush it like that.
Well, if he's calling his own number, there's a reason for it. There you respect the decision-making from him out there.
And there's the foul. It's on DeAndre Ayton. That's his first foul. For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 of 4 in this third quarter. Perfect so far. And George with the jam.
Good chance to see Paul George verts that time.
Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. And stolen by Leonard. And he's going for the oop here. And the lob disrupted. Not to be. Oh, deflected. Zubac with the steal. And it's the Clippers on the break. Here's George. That one's good. This game is all even. George has got 7 points for the quarter.
Yeah, Paul George not waiting around, wanting to get out in transition, run the floor, and become a dangerous weapon on the perimeter.
Ball passes to Johnson, and stolen by Covington. And it's the Clippers on the break. George, nice persistence to tip it back in. George has got 9 points now in the second half.
Love to see PG getting into that zone, committed to find the points.
Ball passes to Ayton. Looking to end the run, and he lays it in. 11 points in the game.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes here into the third. Leonard passes to Wall. Here's George. Man, the basket's good with the assist from Wall. Wall's got 9 assists now tonight.
Physically imposing at 6'8", 220. Paul George sturdy enough to take that kind of ball.
From the high post. Ball can't get it to go. The Clippers in the lead. And he's going for the lob. And the jam by Covington.
Those feel so good. Covington up there for a slam dunk.
Outside Paul. Pass to Bridges. Outside Paul. Here's Ayton. And Ayton with the stuff.
And Ayton more and more having these kind of nights from the center position, lighting up the scoreboard.
7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's George. The Suns clear it. Johnson's got his 6th rebound on the night. For Phoenix, they've gone 4 of 6 from the floor in this third quarter. Paul against George. Outside for Booker. Launches a 3. And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession. From the inbound. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. That'll belong to John Wall.
And Chris Paul, when he gets into those tight spots, he becomes pretty smart in there.
Paul hits them both.
A great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
It's all tied in Phoenix. And right after this, we'll...
And please give a big round of applause.
And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist to the game.
Just a selfless decision from your 2 guard, showing his ability to get his teammates good looks.
What an advantage if your off guard can make plays so valuable.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. On the floor for the Clippers, the two-way threats of George and Leonard of the wing pair. Robert Covington is out there with Ivica Zubac. And it's Wall in at the point.
Well, Ayton and efficiency go hand in hand. I mean, this guy's field goal percentage is on cloud 9.
George outside and stolen by Booker. Inside, Zubac with the steal. To the middle. Wall no good.
That's their plan, to get him an opportunity to finish in tight. That's a miss they can live with.
And out of bounds, Los Angeles will have it.
That's tough because that one's preventable. The defense has nothing to do at all with that turnover.
And he lobs it up to the rim. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt. Ball finds Bridges. Back to Paul. Pass to Booker to take the lead. Covington grabs the board. Covington's got 4 rebounds now. George passes to Covington. And the jam by Covington.
Paul George doesn't just score. He can pass it as well. He's a great all-around player.
Outside Paul. Outside Johnson. Back to Paul. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Covington's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Leonard. Yep, that one goes. And it's a 4-point Clipper lead.
Well, the defense just pinballing off of the frame of Kawhi Leonard, determined to score.
George against Booker. From deep, Johnson. It's rebounded by George. George has got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's Wall. The rebound by Bridges. For Phoenix, they've got none of their shots to go in this final quarter. 0 for 4. Pass to Booker. Takes a 3. And the Suns miss again.
That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
Here's George. And the basket's good with the assist from Wall. George has got 13 in the second half.
Well, Paul George demonstrating how elite he can be. It's a little tricky that time. I love it.
Here's Booker. Paul, a screen on George. Ayton passes to Johnson. And he banks in the layup.
Instead of risking something on the perimeter, he just works it inside.
And no reason to settle in that situation. If they're going to give that up, he's going to take all of it.
To the inside. George passes to Zubac. And the bucket is good. And the Clippers lead by 6. Around 3 minutes gone here in the 4th. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
From deep, Johnson. The shot won't fall.
Well, you make strides to get back in the ball game, but an errant shot like that can definitely cost you any kind of momentum. Have to use better judgment there.
Wall, the pass to Covington. It's George on the wing. Booker defending. George's shot is off. Phoenix has got nothing to fall from outside the arc here in the 4th. 0 for 4. Down low. And stolen by Leonard. To the paint. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Leonard.
Yeah, that's a tough one. An experienced player in the pro game shouldn't be making that pass.
4th quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by now. Outside Booker. An open look for him. It's good. The assist that time from Paul. Paul's got 4 assists now tonight.
And Booker, not just an onlooker. How about that one?
Right side Wall. Pass to Leonard. George outside. Spins. 5 to shoot. And he lobs it up top. Oh, and a nice defensive play to disrupt the lob. Over to the wing. From deep, Johnson. They get it again. Ayton. Count it!
There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
Now Wall. Pass to George. Zubac, screen. 6 on the shot clock. George finds Zubac. Up high and down it goes on the lob.
really feels like they're in control. They've got a big lead with time dwindling.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
So it's the Clippers taking the W in a close one. Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks.
Greg, when you look at these rosters, both teams have lots of quality players and very deep benches.
And with the pace we see in games, it really helps to have more legs to run. Each of these coaches have a lot of options, so it'll be interesting to see how they play the matchups.
Here are the 5 for the Clippers. We've got Kawhi Leonard, Robert Covington out there with Wall. Then it's Paul George, and it's Zubac in at the 5 spot.
And between his footwork and height, Jackson is a tough matchup for defenders. Here he takes full advantage and draws the foul. And since 1999, the Clippers and Lakers have shared their downtown LA arena, the only NBA teams to split a venue, but that's going to change soon.
Offensive rebound, Leonard. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It goes on Dylan Brooks.
Well, Kawhi has become one of the smartest offensive players in the game, understanding use of the shot fake and what it can give you.
The Clippers broke ground on their new arena, set to open in Inglewood in 2024. I've seen the footprint. You fly right into LAX, and you see it every time. It's going to be beautiful.
And that'll be huge for the Clips. They're trying to create their own identity in Southern California. Having a venue just for the Clippers will help. I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Leonard the pass to George. And it's Desmond Bane with the foul. That's his first foul.
And it's still early in the period, and they're only 1 foul away from being over the limit.
George against Bane. George passes to Zubac. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
Memphis ball.
Here's Morant. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Here's Bane. It's hauled in by George. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Well, Kevin, Coach Taylor Jenkins gave me a few minutes to catch up. He talked to me about the importance of protecting the rim, challenging opponents at the top of the jump and making it difficult for them to convert easy baskets. But to have a chance of that, they have to expend energy getting back in transition, which will help close down those driving lanes. So guys, we'll see where their energy lies throughout this game.
Thank you, David.
Oh, the big finish by Morant. Some of his most spectacular plays happen well above the rim.
Brooks grabs the board. For Memphis, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. You know, Doris, there's some pretty cool stories, aren't there, about Kawhi Leonard and what he has done in the community.
There really are, Kevin. I think about it. When he wins the Defensive Player of the Year award, that comes with a car. And instead of using it for his own personal use, he donated that to a children's welfare charity. This is the same guy who gave 1 million backpacks to kids in need in Los Angeles. Just a few of the things he does for his community. Well, there's a comfortability for Kawhi Leonard in the mid-range. Boy, he can catch his rhythm right there.
Adams with the screen on Leonard. Morant dishes to Adams. Stolen by Zubac. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And they now lead as the free throw drops for him.
When John Wall has been healthy, this guy has been a consistently solid force with his speed and ability to get downhill. Really incredible awareness.
Grizzlies with the rebound.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
13 foul.
Clippers on defense. Bane kicks to Brooks. Back to Bane. Beyond the arc. Good on the triple.
Man, he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Here's Los Angeles now, trailing by 2. Wall with it. Guarded now by Jackson. Here's Covington. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
You can see how much John Wall wants to keep his teammates engaged, puts the pass exactly where it needs to be.
Leonard against Morant. On the wing, Jackson. Off target from three-point range. On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
Second personal foul. 15 foul.
The free throw good from Kawhi Leonard.
This guy turned himself into one of the league's top talents. Kawhi Leonard continues to be a dominant two-way force.
Clippers have gone 2 of 6 from the field. Outside, Wall. Pass to Leonard. Outside for George. This one for 3. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
Well, the footwork to get into the catch-and-shoot game, the mechanics of Paul George are special.
Morant scanning the floor, and he converts the layup.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
The Clippers in the lead. Outside, George. And Wall kicks to George. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Steven Adams picks one up.
We see Paul George just understands how to use his length and his size. He is such a tough cover close to the basket.
Summer of 2014, Doris. Paul George suffering a leg injury playing for the national team.
Kevin, I remember that injury like it was yesterday. There were many, including me, who wondered whether Paul George could ever be the same guy. And amazingly, he puts in all the necessary work, and I think has come back better. That is a huge credit to his work ethic and his grit.
This will be his 3rd free throw shot of the game. And the free throw, no good. And George kicks to Covington. Adams brings the double team. And it's Desmond Bane with the foul. So that will be his 2nd foul of the game. We're in the bonus. We'll go to the line to shoot 2. Los Angeles shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line. About 79% of their free throws.
I love Robert Covington's story. Here's an undrafted player out of Tennessee State who's now made a very long, productive NBA career as a 3-and-D player and just one of the hardest workers in the league.
Outside for Jackson, and we reach the end of the first quarter. Clippers lead by 4.
Your Grizzlies youth dance team. Make some noise.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Clippers.
In the early going, they've been heat-seeking, very crafty at drawing contact to work themselves to the line.
Yeah, and in addition, their ball movement has really unleashed their offense. Boy, they've been fun to watch.
So for the Clippers right now, they've got Ivica Zubac, all out there with Robert Covington. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's George in at the 2 guard. Greg, you look at a player putting up big numbers on a losing team. How do you determine if those are quality numbers, so to speak?
You know, Kevin, it's a great question because somebody's going to put up points or collect rebounds or get assists. So, you know, you look at efficiency, you look at effort, and there's no doubt that you can have winning players on losing teams.
Now here's Brooks. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him.
He doesn't take a lot of time to make up his mind. Brooks always thinking ahead, and he's in position before the pass is made.
Bane against George. Kicks it out to Leonard. Shoots the 3. No good. Shot missing. And the Grizzlies going the other way now. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
And we're starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Morant passes to Adams, and Zubac with the block. And it's out of bounds. They say last touch by Adams. Clippers leading by 3. Inside, here's Leonard, and finished off by Leonard.
There's just so much force that Kawhi plays with. It is what allows him to rise up and put it down with authority.
Now here's Morant. Drives to the hoop. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second team foul.
A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Morant kicks to Jackson. Adams trying to free himself up. Out to Brooks. Three-pointer. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Brooks has got 6.
Yeah, Steven Adams' instinct is to pass it first, and what instincts he has. Wow, pretty play.
Kicks it out to Covington. George against Bain. George passes to Zubats. Back to George. Goes up on the wing. Offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Covington. Clippers moving the ball around. Leonard draws the double. 5 on the clock. No one near Wall as he lets it go. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
Boy, John Wall in his second season made only 3 threes. Look how much more comfortable from deep he is.
It's Morant with the drive. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Second personal foul.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
The Grizzlies shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
Taking 2 shots.
And he's good on the second.
Boy, Morant's brought a lot of excitement. He almost always makes the night's highlight reel. He is what I'd call an elite showman.
Now here's Wall. They get it again. Zubats. Outside for George. And another 3 for the Clippers.
I'll tell you, you are playing with fire anytime you leave this guy open, and they just got burned.
Morant passes to Adams. Back to Morant. Wall with the steal. Here's George. Kicks it out to Leonard. From deep. Wall. The rebound by Steven Adams. Adams has got 5 rebounds tonight. Payton for 3. The Grizzlies with another miss. Clippers leading by 7. Left side, Wall. Covington passes to Leonard. And then Leonard with the dunk.
We know this about Robert Covington. He is a team man first and foremost. Pretty pass.
Up top, Morant. He's covered by Leonard. Pulls up on the elbow. Morant kicks to Bain. Passes it to Adams. And Adams with the slam.
Steven Adams will leave no doubt when he's near the cup.
And so George will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. And the pass to Zubats. Takes it out to Covington. Puts the move on. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
The Clippers haven't made a mistake at the line yet. 10 of 10.
And no matter what, one of the big positives they can take away from this game is how well they perform at the line. And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Now here's Morant. 5 points in the game. Adams trying to free himself up. And it's Morant missing. Clippers leading by 9. Now here's Wall. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
In traffic, around bodies, doesn't matter. John Wall, once he's inside, he's thinking score it.
Morant left side. And Morant throws it down.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful 2-hand jam. Leonard finds George. Back to Leonard. To the middle. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one's on Morant.
Push the action a little bit. Paul George right now challenging defenders to stop him.
2 shots.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. 8 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Jackson setting the pick here for Morant. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. A good size advantage. And thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. Wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
And the way he goes at defenders, he is bound to get to the line just like he did there in that first half.
I have to love his tenacity. This guy stays in attack mode, makes defenders work, tries to keep them off balance.
The wingmen are Bain and Brooks. Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. And it's Morant in at the point guard position. And that's the group for Taylor Jenkins as we begin the second half. Bain for 3. Sinks the three-pointer. Bain's got the opening bucket to start the second half for the Grizzlies. And here's Leonard. 13 points in the game. Wall finds George. Lob pass to George. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Morant with it. Now Covington defending. And now we've got the intentional foul.
His third personal foul. First team foul.
Covington against Jackson. Brooks outside. Out to Morant. 4 on the shot clock. Over Leonard.
One of the best defensive players in the entire league. Kawhi Leonard, so hard to get a clean look against him.
The kick out to Wall. Outside Covington. Pass to George. Driving in, and he banks in the layup. George has got 12 in the game.
Well, Paul George won't be shy. You give him a driving lane, he will expose you defensively.
And Robert Covington picks up the foul. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Jackson with it. Now Covington defending. Jackson kicks to Brooks. There's the triple. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. Clippers leading by 10. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Pass to Leonard. It's George on the wing, guarded by Bain. 6 on the shot clock. Zubac's the pass to George, and the shot goes in. And it's a 12-point Clipper lead.
Well, Paul George simply stated as playing at a high level, getting to his spots and riding this wave of scoring.
Morant against George. Now Morant. He's got 7. A three-pointer, no good.
He is just not taking smart shots out there, a pattern he has fallen into tonight.
The 3 from George. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got 3 assists tonight.
It's impressive, the level of domination at both ends, and you're seeing the results.
You know this. It's not easy building a lead on the road, but this team has been lights out throughout the game.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
On the wing, Bain. He's got 6. It's good from long range.
And how about the payback there, guys? You do you, I do me.
Oh, you love to see the competitive fire, a little bit of pride at stake.
Wall dishes to George. Just 5 on the clock. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. And the Clippers lead by 14.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
And finished off by Morant.
How about the handles from the young fellow? Give Morant credit for taking the initiative and capitalizing.
George double team. Nobody near Leonard. And another three for the Clippers.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And right now, Greg, he is doing a great job delivering for this team, productive and efficient.
And Adams sends it back.
This is one of the toughest bigs in the league, Steven Adams, challenging opponents defensively. Nicely done.
And Morant throws it down.
That should give him a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
Well, sometimes it's about taking it into your own hands. That kind of individual play could spark his groove.
You've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Morant with the steal.
I always like to hold for the last shot right here.
Well, that's great execution if you can do that, because it takes any chance at momentum away from your opponent.
Plenty of space. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Leonard's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And as we end the 3rd quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Clippers ahead, leading by 10. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
4th quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the 4th, Paul George is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Wall. And it's Covington in at the 4. The 3 from Morant. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Outside, George. Leonard with the ball. He's picked up by Brooks. On pass to Wall. It's stolen by Adams. Shot on the wing. And he overshot that one, missing.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
To the inside, George. And George with this stuff.
Well, we've always known Paul George can be a high flyer. Woo-hoo, that was nicely done.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Yep, it goes. And the Clipper lead is cut down now to just 9 in the basket from Morant. We've gone about a minute and a half into the 4th quarter. Up top, Leonard. Guarded by Morant. A nice shot by Wall.
Well, as a great scorer, you still have to be willing to balance it with finding your teammates. Kawhi Leonard puts the ball where it needs to be.
Morant outside. Outside for Jackson. Shoots over Covington. Jackson misses.
No one near him on that one, and I'm not sure why he felt like he needed to fade away.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Jerry Jackson Jr. First personal foul. First team foul.
George with the ball. From the top of the key. And the rebound by Jaren Jackson. The Grizzlies trail by 11. Bane passes to Brooks. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And you like to see this from Brooks, right? No need to fall in love with the jump shot. Give the defense different looks.
Down low. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And no surprise here, right? This guy is not only a gifted player, but he is so smart on the offensive end.
Leonard against Morant. With the drive. Leonard with the steal. And it's Wall in the corner. Takes the 3. Back to Covington. Outside Leonard.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
In the corner, George with it. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
Yeah, the anticipation was there. The hustle was there. Very close to picking that one.
Lets the three fly. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Morant passes to Adams. That's tipped. Dishes it to Jackson. And Jackson throws it down hard.
And the flush from Jackson Jr. Great wingspan, and at 6'11", he's got a little nasty in it.
Passes it to Leonard. Back to Wall. There's the pass to Leonard. 5 to shoot. Outside, George fires the three. Wall. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Well, be opportunistic, right? Ball comes off the window. Go get it and create an opportunity. John Wall does just that.
Pass to Bain. Morant's against Leonard. 54 seconds left in the fourth.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for Los Angeles.
A beautiful pass doesn't always get you on the highlight reels, but there were some spectacular dishes in this game.
You know what? It was a team that was in sync and just trusted one another to take the right shots.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Kawhi Leonard.
Boy, forget about his stats for a second, right? What impressed me most was his stamina. It seemed like he was involved in every play. And with that kind of activity, I don't know how you don't wear down.
Here is Brooks. And so Los Angeles takes the win and in the... All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
are teams here that know a thing or two about ball movement, Grant.
Yeah, they really do. I mean, there's a great feel that these teams play with. Two of the smartest teams in the league. They focus on sharing the basketball and keeping everyone involved. This is a matchup for the purists.
Now the opening lineup for the Los Angeles Clippers. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Robert Covington is out there with Ivica Zubac. And it's Wall in at the point.
And communication made that play. Leonard just reads his teammate and knows exactly where to be for the alley-oop.
Here's Edwards. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Nice way to start the game. That's where you'd like to get your shots from.
Pass to Zubac. Back to Wall. And it's Gobert with a rebound.
Oh, gritty defense. Protecting the rim at all costs against a guy who has all sorts of ways to finish.
Covington with it. And it's Gobert picking him up. Throws it up high. And the lob disrupted. Not to be. McDaniels passes to Gobert. Now Towns. Jacks up a three. Second chance shot. McDaniels from long range. No luck on that one. So the Clippers will take it the other way. George for three. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
You know, when he referred to himself as the greatest big man shooter of all time, Karl Anthony Towns certainly raised some eyebrows and sparked some debate in the NBA fraternity.
6 to shoot. Here's McDaniels. Lays it up and banks it in.
I think he's got a big speed advantage in that matchup. It could actually be a blow-by every single time.
From deep three-point range. Wall, no good. You know what, Towns, there's no doubt he's a lethal shooter from downtown.
Well, the numbers don't lie, man. This guy, B.A., has been around 50, 40, and 80 throughout his career. 50% field goals, 40% three, and 80% free throws. Tell me how many big guys can match up with those numbers. Very few.
Leonard for three. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Total breakdown from the defense there. I mean, he'll usually take advantage when that's the case.
That one drops for him. McDaniels got his second bucket on the night.
Nice read by Edwards there, finding a wide-open teammate and sending the ball his way on target.
Wall, the pass to George. And again, it's the Clippers missing. And here's Minnesota now. It's been 8 unanswered for them. Shot is good by Edwards.
And adding to this lead right now. Riding a wave of momentum.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
And the foul on the shot. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
It's always fun seeing the electric down Wall at the point. I mean, he's got a skill set really suited to running a high-speed NBA offense.
Prince is checked in for the Timberwolves. And teams have to tailor their defense knowing that Wall is going to be running the break.
Well, the thing that makes Wall special to me, B.A., is his blow-by ability. His speed, his passing, his decision-making combined. But it's that blow-by ability that sets him apart when he's healthy.
Right side Edwards. And Minnesota again with a bucket.
Nice mid-range J from Edwards there. He's obviously not too concerned about what the analytics say about that shot.
Wall, the pass to Leonard. Pulls up, high post. And again, no good by the Clippers.
Clean look from mid-range. Coach will probably want to run that play again.
And stolen by Covington. And it's the Clippers on the break. George, no good. The Timberwolves have gone 6 of 9 and finding their rhythm now. Here's Prince. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Los Angeles has gone 0 for 3 from downtown. Wall. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Well, there's no denying it. When Wall is healthy, he is still a major threat in this league. I mean, he's lightning quick as a point guard, and he has tremendous defensive instincts.
Minnesota in the lead. Outside Russell. On the take. Pass to Towns. From outside the arc. Gets the 3 ball to go. Towns has got 5 points.
You know, Karl Anthony Towns is a dangerous shooter from the perimeter, and it's his excellent shot selection that helps him be so efficient from there.
Covington passes to Wall. Towns with a rebound. Towns has got 5 rebounds in the game. Inside. And Edwards slams it in.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end. Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
Kicks it to George. The 3 is up. Pure from 3-point range.
Yeah, just a drop in the bucket for PG-13. He will roast you from the corners if you let him.
And Russell, here we go. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. And they've effectively guarded Kawhi Leonard. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And let's take a moment here to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Timberwolves.
They've done a great job establishing an inside presence. Now that'll open up more options offensively throughout the remainder of the game. One other thing they've done really well, moving the ball around. They've done a nice job not settling for that initial option and making that extra pass.
Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards. And it's Prince in at the 3. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the T-Wolves. Here's Edwards. From downtown, Covington grabs the board. The Clippers trail. And Clark, how about the progress of the Timberwolves?
Love what they've done, B.A. They put the pieces in place to be a playoff regular and still the youth to grow in the long term. That's a nice combination, especially when you look at a guy like Anthony Edwards. He's special.
Edwards can't hit.
Locks him up and hauls it in. Love the high activity level.
Leonard passes to George. Yes, and it's Leonard with the assist that time. George has got 5 points.
George really efficient close to the hoop. He makes the most of just about every chance down low.
Here's Russell. And the basket by Gobert.
And the defense no factor, which is why he simply laid it in.
The Clippers have gotten 3 of 4 field goals in the second quarter. Wall, the pass to George. Launches it. They grab their own miss. It's good on the putback.
Wall relying on his explosiveness, playing above the rim right there.
Now Russell. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change. Can't hit the turnaround jumper. Russell against George. Oh, can't tie it up as that one misses. Outside for Russell. Shoots over Zubats. The shot by Russell, no good. The Clippers have gone 4 for 7 in the second quarter. George's shot is off for Minnesota. They've got nothing to go out of 5 attempts so far this quarter. And he lobs it up. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Zubats. Russell against Wall. Russell, the pass to Towns. All alone. And the jumper falls for him. He has 7. And in any season, you'll have your struggling teams. Clark is a competitor. How hard is it to bring your best when you're enduring a tough stretch?
Well, I think it comes down to the responsibility you have to yourself and your team to give it your best shot. And competitors want to compete, and you have to relish that, even when you have the deck stacked against you. So weathering adversity and still being professional and committed to competing, I think is the mark of every pro, should be the mark of every pro. Boy, how about the strength of Edwards, confident in taking on defenders and finishing.
Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Here's Leonard. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. That one on Russell.
And Kawhi Leonard, one of 3 perimeter players to win back-to-back Defensive Player of the Year awards. It's him, Sidney Moncrief, and a young Dennis Rodman.
And for his career, Kawhi Leonard has more steals than fouls, Grant.
You know, B.A., he and Jimmy Butler, I believe, the only two players to achieve that after a decade in the league. A pretty remarkable achievement.
Here's Edwards. To the left side wing. Takes the three. Paul George pulls it in.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide open look in space there.
Over to the left wing. Ooh, Gobert with a steal. And he's going for the oop here.
Boy, the former second overall pick has really worked on this pass. That was an outstanding find by Russell.
Here's Wall. Pass to Zubac. Now here's Covington. From outside, off the mark. And Kawhi Leonard gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
50 seconds left to play in the first half. Outside Russell. Puts the move on. Not going to go that time. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Pass to Covington. Over Towns. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
I think in that situation, that was a nice try to create some space for himself with the fadeaway.
To the middle. About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's George. He takes it in. Uses the glass to finish the layup. George has got 4 points this quarter.
George, a devastating finisher with momentum behind him. He doesn't let anything get in his way on the drive. He's right to the rack.
Russell, that's good. And the Timberwolves lead by 6.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Yeah, you know, with that size difference, that's not an easy shot. I mean, I don't care how close to the rim he is, that's a tough shot.
And so it's Minnesota with a 6-point lead at the close. Through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. Boy, you got to like what we're seeing from Anthony Edwards.
Yeah, tonight he's done a great job of slashing through the lane and finishing.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs.
Oh! Whoa! Powerful jam!
Woo! Boy, tonight just gives you a picture of the potential of Edwards. I mean, this guy is an electrifying scoring guard.
That one's good for 2.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
Edwards can't hit. And here are the Clippers now. They trail by 6. Wall on the take. And the big finish by Wall.
Tell you one thing, it's a bonus to have a guard who can flush it like that. I mean, Wall gets up high on these jams.
Second half getting started. About a minute played. Pass to Towns. Just 5 on the clock. Turnaround Jay. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
He has to make that one. I mean, you have to make the defense pay when they slough off of you like that.
Here's Zubac. Outside Wall. Lets the 3 fly. And it's Wall again missing. The Timberwolves have gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. Towns up top. Leonard defending. Pulls up. The Timberwolves again can't hit. The Clippers have got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. That shot is off. So Minnesota will take it the other way. Russell into the lane. No luck on that one. Great D that time from Zubac. Here's Leonard. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Towns. And stolen by Covington. Leonard outside. And there's the lob. Trying to go for a lob there. Excellent defense and anticipation to stop it. Towns passes to Gobert. And the lob disrupted. Not to be. The turnaround. That one a tad offline, but it drops in for him. George has got 9.
George does not need a lot of space to get his shot off, and he's become quite proficient in the mid-range.
Russell into the lane to the left side wing. Here's Prince. Leonard defending. Tries to snap the cold streak. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
First team foul.
You know, Taurean Prince is not the guy you want to send to the foul line.
Both good from the line that time. For Los Angeles, they've gotten 3 of 6 shots to fall so far in the third. Oh, there's the alley. Russell with the ball. Checked by Wall. And stolen by Leonard. In transition, here come the Clippers. Oh, sweet move. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. And the foul called on Paul George. That'll be a second foul of the game.
Second team foul.
1:46 left in the third quarter. Right side Edwards. From the corner. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. He's got 14.
Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
Here's Leonard. And good. Coming on the assist by Wall. Wall's got his 3rd assist of the night.
Well, that's an easy pass for John Wall to make. As soon as he spots his teammate wide open, he's dropping that dime on time and on target.
Edwards, the pass to Russell. Gobert finds Russell. With the fadeaway. Pass to Edwards. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Zubats.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
Wall, no good.
LA foul. John Wall. First personal foul.
And the free throw, no good.
Guys, it's always good to see a young player start to mature in front of our eyes, and Russell has been that kind of guy. He's done a great job figuring out how to become a better leader.
Pass to Edwards. Over George. Outside for Russell. Second shot opportunity. And at last, they get one to fall. Russell's got his second bucket of the night.
You like what you have there. Russell crafty with the dribble.
They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt. Leonard passes to George. With 2 seconds left, and he hits the jumper. George has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And George continues to build on his offensive repertoire over time. I mean, if you stay off of him and you give him too much space, he'll burn you for that mistake.
The third quarter comes to a... We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. Minnesota in the lead. Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards. And it's Prince in at the small forward position. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Edwards. And count it. 8 of 14 now. He's rolling.
A composed and cool effort from Edwards inside. Not rushing himself or forcing a bad shot. Taking what's available.
Pass to Covington. Edwards against George. And he lobs it up. Oh, and a nice defensive play to disrupt the lob. It's stolen by Leonard. It's George on the wing, guarded by Russell. And here's George. Zubats with a screen on Russell. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Well, you have to be really on your toes when you're defending Paul George. He's excellent when it comes to using the pump fake to draw fouls.
Good on the second one. And we played through about a minute here in the fourth. Pass to Towns. Fires from deep. Rebound by the Clippers. Now here's Wall. Trying to go for a lob there. Excellent defense and anticipation to stop it. Here's Prince. Drops in the three. And the Timberwolves lead by 8. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
Their defensive intensity has served them well. It kept the offense scrambling and resulted in several steals.
And I love the fact they kept the pressure on, really pushing that ball, running it up the floor. I love seeing that. A team staying aggressive even when they're playing well.
Edwards can't hit. When you're casual with the ball, it can come back to bite you.
Yeah, B.A. Playing loose can help you and hurt you. They really need to tighten it up.
The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 5 from the field in this final quarter. And out of bounds, Los Angeles will have it.
You know, I think he may have forced that pass when there was really no reason to.
We're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. And he's going for the oop here. And the jam by George.
Boy, the high-flying acrobatics of George, something to behold. When he leaves the ground for these alley-oops, you drop your jaw in awe.
Russell from outside. Here's Prince. Launches a three. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Covington's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Wall. Hey, hangs it midair and converts the double clutch layup. And now just a 4-point Minnesota lead. Minnesota's gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. Russell against Wall. Towns with the ball. Pass to Edwards. Clock at 6. And the ball out of bounds. Last touch by Edwards. Just about 3 minutes through the fourth and final quarter here. Lets it go from the wing. George's shot is off. The Timberwolves shooting about 43% in this one. Russell against Wall. Pass to Prince. Back to Russell. Down low. And stolen by Leonard. For 3, George. Rudy Gobert with a rebound.
I understand why he took the shot. They need the points, but that's just not a good look.
Now here's Towns, covered by Covington. Pass to Prince. Can't hit that one. And Los Angeles the other way now. And here's George. For 3. And again, no good by the Clippers.
It's clear he's totally out of sync. The team needs to rethink its strategy around what to do with him.
It's Edwards on the wing. Stolen by Wall. The whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That's his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Absolutely no room for error.
Everything has to almost fall perfectly for them to pull this out.
That doesn't go either for George.
This has not been his best quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. He just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
They have a relentless mentality, even with the game in total control.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
The dive for the ball. Now Towns. Pass to Russell. And so it's Minnesota with the W. Boy, they didn't make it easy on their fans.
of an emphasis on depth from teams around the league, Steve.
Yeah, the reason why is, Kevin, the speed of the game is the reason. Health has been a big reason. And obviously, the deeper you are, the better you are and have a better chance of winning the championship.
So the opening lineup for the Suns. Ball and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. The small and power forwards are Bridges and Johnson. And it's Ayton in at the 5.
On his drives, Kawhi can be just devastating, completely overwhelming the D.
Ball looking over the floor. In the corner, it's Bridges. It's stolen by Wall. Leonard finds George. Deflects the pass. And here's Covington. Clippers moving the ball around. Outside, George. Good on the three-point shot.
The mechanics on Paul George's shot are so good. In the end, the range makes no difference.
Smitty, expectations have been so high for this Clippers team in recent seasons with the addition of Kawhi and the addition of Paul George and the other great parts around him.
They've got a lot of terrific players, Kevin. On paper, they look playoff ready. So those expectations aren't so misplaced.
Now Paul George missing from long range. Johnson, that's for 2. Finds himself wide open and drills it. First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. Outside, Wall. There's the drive.
Aggressive D from Chris Paul, outworking the shooter and getting a block.
Johnson, good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
Now here's Wall. And here's George for 3. Los Angeles with another miss. Wall against Bridges. On the wing, Johnson. Trains it from beyond the arc. Johnson's got 7.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Monty Williams gave me a few minutes to catch up. Hey, look, he knows they've got great shooters who can score from anywhere in distance. He thinks his team can go toe-to-toe with anybody in the league, and he won't be pulling back the reins even if they start missing a few. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. Here is Paul. The Clippers getting the bucket. Passes it to Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
And dunking the ball is just second nature to Ayton. With the right positioning, he's a threat to throw it down.
Wall dishes to George. Fires for 3. And it's Ayton with the rebound.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
And you've seen they've made numerous attempts to try to get him going. Shows how valuable he is to this offense.
The shot's good from Paul.
Quick trigger from Chris Paul, putting the shot up before the D can get on him.
Oh, Leonard in position. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And boy, Kawhi is the perfect target. The big reach to get to the pass and the great hands on the catch.
Paul with the ball. Leonard picks him up. Bridges misses. Clippers trail by 3. Here's Wall. And the slam dunk by Wall.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
Now here's Paul. Johnson outside. On the wing, Bridges. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Back to Johnson. The Suns need to get a shot off. And Ayton throws it down.
And a strong showing of physical strength there from Ayton. Defenders have their hands full when he's around the rim.
The kick out to Wall. Back to Leonard. Shoots the 3. Offensive rebound. Zubats. Outside for George. Sinks the triple. George has got 6.
A reliable jump shooter. Paul George's accuracy only goes up when he catches in rhythm.
Ball against Wall. Here's Bridges. Doesn't go for him. And here's George for three. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. Tie game in Los Angeles. We'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
And they have the guys to do it. Play to your strengths, and they can make up for some of your weaknesses.
Setting the floor for the Suns, the small and power forwards are Bridges and Johnson. Ball and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. And it's Ayton in at center. Here's Bridges, and the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And so determined. Bridges finds a way to get the shot up and in. Now to the line.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Suns.
Right now is their passing game, and it's been on point. Doing a great job of moving it around and getting the ball to their shooters.
And also, guys, they're out-muscling their opponent. The points in the paint are piling up because of that aggressiveness.
Power move from PG-13. He's added a lot of muscle to his frame over the years, putting it to good use right there.
I've heard it said, Greg, a coach can't give you confidence, but they can take it away. What's the meaning behind that?
Well, players at this level are naturally confident, but when coaches are always critical, it can take you out of your game. Makes you just start to think a little too much on the floor.
Pulls it up and misses it off the right side of the rim.
Rare for him to get a wide open shot from mid-range and fail to connect.
And the wide open shot from Paul. Phoenix no good that time either. And so George will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Covington kicks to George. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Zubac's in the post. Johnson's there. Count it. Good. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second.
And talking about a franchise that has done a complete 180, look no further than the Phoenix Suns. Before 2021, they hadn't even been to the playoffs in 10 years.
The Clippers in the lead. Covington finds Wall. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. George from deep three-point land. Leonard the pass to George. Jacks up a three. Rebound by the Suns. Ayton's got rebound number 5 here tonight. In just 4 seasons, Phoenix, Greg, went from last in the conference to the best record in the entire NBA. It's been an unbelievable story.
And there's a lot of talent on this team, not to mention a great coach in Monty Williams. The future is bright for this franchise.
That one drops for him. George has got 4 this quarter.
With his great length and skill, Paul George has no trouble getting points in the paint.
And Booker kicks to Bridges. This one for 3. Rebound by the Clippers. From deep, George. That doesn't go either for George.
In this first half, he is really falling in love with the 3. So far, not paying dividends.
Johnson dishes to Booker. That's in there. Johnson with the assist. And the Suns lead by 1.
And great energy from Booker there in the paint. Just working hard to get to his shot.
It's Covington on the wing. He's guarded by Johnson. Nobody near Leonard. And he's good on the 3-ball. Leonard's got 7 points in the game.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
That's the competitor in him. Close game. Let me have this one.
Paul passes to Bridges. Back to Paul. Shot clock at 6. Count the basket. Paul's got the game tied up here for the Suns.
Love watching Chris work in that mid-range area. Does a great job of carving out space for his shot.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George. For Phoenix, they've gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Wall against Paul. He feeds it to Ayton. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubac has got 8 rebounds in this game. Leonard kicks to Wall. Three-pointer. No good that time. And Phoenix the other way now. And it's Paul penetrating. In the corner, it's Bridges. The inside shot. Paul dishes to Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
And this is CP3's game. He's all about trying to get his teammates involved.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Covington. George against Booker. Poke loose. And here we go. Fast break. Paul's got it. That's in there. Johnson with the assist. Johnson's got 3 assists in the game.
And the skill, the athleticism of Chris Paul shoots up the floor on a one-man mission.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Phoenix ahead, up by 4. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Kawhi, you have grown so much offensively throughout your career.
All right, Dave, thank you. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Clippers trail by 4. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Ivica Zubac is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Wall in at the 1 spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
For decades, the Clippers were almost directionless, but they found their place in the NBA, becoming a franchise that competes in the West.
Bridges against Zubac. Bridges passes to Ayton. Just 5 to shoot. And Ayton throws it down.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the 2-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. And the West, you know, is very difficult. But Steve, for the Clippers, how much of their success is tied to their identity?
Kevin, a lot of it. They become a hard-nosed team, hanging their hat on defense, playing together, making opponents earn everything they get.
And he lobs it up toward the rim and is out of bounds to the Clippers as the Clippers retain possession. And a minute played as the second half gets going. Leonard, that's for 2. That's good. And so Wall with the assist. Wall's got his 3rd assist on the night.
And just taking pride in being their leader, these passes show Wall wants to make his teammates better.
Covington with the steal. George looking over the floor. Inside, and the dunk by Zubac.
Excellent pass, PG-13, keeping his eyes up, using his vision.
Wall against Paul. Booker outside, and Phoenix turns it over again.
Off on the timing, or it may have been a miscommunication. Either way, turnover.
Outside, George. And stolen by Booker. Ball against Wall. And Ayton throws it down.
I love the play call. Ayton's a well-coordinated athlete. You know he has the reach. Give him a chance to go up and get it.
Here's Leonard. That one off the back iron and out.
Can't fault the play call. Even though he couldn't convert, that's a good shot.
Young big men, though, often struggle to find consistency. But you look at Ayton's first 4 seasons, the numbers are almost identical year to year.
To the paint, and taken away by Johnson. Bridges for 3. Another 3 for Phoenix.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
What it was, they are getting better shots, which has gotten them into a rhythm, and they're knocking down everything.
Here's George. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. And for Ayton, the numbers are impressive indeed, averaging a double-double every season.
And he's got all the tools. Next step, making more plays for others, and they've been working on his shooting range to open up the lane a bit more.
The pass to Wall. Driving to the basket. Yep, that one goes in there. Wall's got his second basket of the night.
It's no secret that Kawhi has focused on improving his passing. Great look there.
Ball against Wall. Kicks it out to Johnson. Here's the 3. The Clippers grab the miss.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
George, no good. Suns leading by 8. Got a piece of it. Pass to Booker. Back to Johnson. Covington with it. Now guarded by Ayton. And stolen by Ayton. Lobbed up there for Johnson.
Sweet find there by Booker. All eyes on him with the ball, and Devin understands that. That has a nice feel for giving up the rock.
On the wing, George. 40 seconds left in the third quarter. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. Al Paul, 7 points in the game. Puts it up. The feed to Johnson. The Clippers grab the miss. Covington's got 5 rebounds tonight. To the middle. And with that shot, the Suns' lead is cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Zubac.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Ball for 3. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's the Phoenix Suns with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
It's just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. On the court now for the Suns, getting going here in the fourth. Ball and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. The small and power forwards are Bridges and Johnson. And it's Ayton in at the center, locking down the middle. A pass to Wall, and the slam dunk by Wall.
The insane athleticism. Wall really lets it all hang out when he rises up for the alley-oop.
Ball against Paul. Pass to Booker. Stolen by George. And here's Leonard from 3. The shot's good on the assist by George.
On any given night, Kawhi can just take control of the offense and elite score from all 3 levels.
Ball passes to Ayton. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. And Ayton throws it down. And it's Wall with the ball for the Los Angeles Clippers. It's a 3-point game. And a deep 3 from George. Can't tie it up as that one misses. For Phoenix, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Back to Johnson. No good on that one. Good D by Covington. Clippers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. From deep, George. Here's Zubac. Back to George. Pass to Zubac. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Here's Leonard. Bridges with the steal. Here's Johnson. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Suns.
Smart ball handling from them in this one, passing around to get ahead of the defense and putting it in the hands of ready shooters.
And they've also been steady from the three-point line and doing a good job creating room for their shooters and then converting.
Shot clock at 5. Wall dishes to George. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Okay, when you're trying to make a comeback, you can't be hucking up low percentage threes. You have to find a better shot within the offense.
Kicks it out to Booker. It's good from long range. And the Suns lead by 7.
And from the corner, Booker is not a player you can forget about.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Now the pass to George. From deep. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Oh, Ayton in position. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Yeah, just proving how fast he can heat up. Once Ayton finds that rhythm, he is going to work.
To end the drought. That's in, and the Suns' lead is cut down now to just 6 in the basket from George.
You just love how reliable he is night in and night out. His offense is there.
Paul passes to Ayton, and Ayton throws it down.
And if you're a teammate of Chris Paul's, you've always got to be ready to catch the pass.
Outside, George. Over Booker. Pass to George. Beyond the arc. George missing again.
Trying to shoot himself out of his slump, and it's not going well.
51 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Shoots a fader. George missing again.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Zubac against Bridges. At the elbow, Paul. Ayton a screen on Leonard. Paul's shot is off. I'm just not sure they have the time to pull this one off.
No doubt the clock is their biggest enemy right now. It just about take a magic trick for them to find the points they need.
And here's George. So it's Phoenix picking up the win. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one.
And Grant, we've got two teams here that don't need to rely solely on their starters. They've got a lot of firepower coming off the bench.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of talent on display for both sides. And that depth makes each team more unpredictable on offense. Both sides have a number of guys who can step up on any given night.
And the starting lineup for the Grizzlies. Bain and Brooks out on the wing. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. And it's Morant in at the point.
And you see the unselfishness from Morant, wanting to share that ball with any open teammate.
Here's Covington. After the basket by Memphis. Here's Leonard. Uneasy, too, on the layup.
High percentage look right off the bat.
And here's Morant. Kicks it out to Jackson. And Kawhi Leonard gets a whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Bain. Blocked. And they get it back. Here's Adams. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Here's Wall. Into the lane. Covington finds Wall. George outside. Shot clock at 5. Oh, it's stolen by Adams. And here comes the break. Jackson, the pass to Adams. Outside Bain. Back to Adams. And the foul called on John Wall.
John Wall.
That's his first foul.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
And just around a minute and a half into this first quarter. Here's Morant. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
Okay, I see you, Ja, flexing a little bit of muscle, showing off that athletic ability. Okay. Every night, Ja Morant has a hard job to do. He draws the opponent's toughest defender in each game they play. That's how talented of a scorer he is.
And that one drops. Leonard's gotten his second bucket.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Now here's Brooks. Adams with a screen on Wall. Brooks, the pass to Adams. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Oh, you talk about the D Morant has to face. Yet he finds a way to get the best of most of those matchups, Richard.
He's got a very advanced offensive skill set. He can score off the bounce. He can spot up. Depending on who's guarding him, Ja can adapt and find any weakness.
The Grizzlies have gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. Morant against Leonard. Outside Bain. Jackson left side. Back to Bain. Shot clock at 3. And here's Morant outside. That shot no good. And Los Angeles the other way now. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. George, no good.
Everything right except the finish. Have to keep focused all the way through the play.
Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Left side Covington. Wall, the pass to Covington. And the basket's good with the assist from Wall.
A long, strong forward. Covington shows the ability to finish inside.
Right side Morant. Misses the 3. The Clippers trail. Leonard passes to Wall. Back to Leonard. Wall against Bain. And he makes it.
Over his career, Kawhi has become a willing passer. One of his many improvements since being drafted in 2011.
Now here's Morant. Outside Bain. Jackson on the wing. From outside the arc. Covington grabs the board. The Clippers have gone 4 of 6 in the first quarter. Here's Wall. Leonard on the wing. Morant against Wall. It's George on the wing. 27 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Oh, the go-ahead bucket, no good. Kicks it out to Jackson. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
It's the size of Jackson Jr. that is so hard to match up with. This is why defenders are just forced to foul him.
And so Jackson nails both of them.
Some big guys struggle at the line, not him. He's put in the work to defy that assumption.
George outside. Pass to Zubats. Nifty move. It's good. Set up beautifully by George.
Yeah, really nice feel from George. Making the correct decision in a two-man game.
It's all tied in Los Angeles. Quarter number 2 coming up right after this break. Don't.
Coming onto the court.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in the second quarter. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Clippers guys.
Well, their offense is clicking so far, capturing the momentum here early on.
Credit the game plan coming in. They've identified some weaknesses, and they are exploiting them.
John Wall is out there with Robert Covington. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Ivica Zubats. And it's George in at the 2-guard spot. That's the group for the Clippers starting the second. Wall finds Leonard to the wing on the left. To the inside. Stolen by Jackson. And now the Grizzlies on the run. And he's going for the lob. And it's slammed in by Adams.
Yeah, always a good idea to throw it up to Adams and let him stuff it.
A unique talent. Ja Morant has taken the NBA by storm. Grant, does Ja remind you of anyone?
Well, many people, including Paul George, have compared Ja to a young D. Rose. Yet each explosive athletes at the one position. Though Ja and Rose leading their teams at a young age as well.
Leonard goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Leonard's got 6.
You see how composed Leonard is close to the bucket, knows exactly how to score at will.
Adams a screen. Morant, the pass to Adams. And a great assist by Morant as that one goes. Morant's got 3 assists now in this one.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
Pass to Covington. Doubled by Jackson. Tipped. Stolen by Jackson. And that's an intentional foul.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Adams with a screen on Leonard to the paint. Ooh, and Adams, strong finish.
And it's so difficult to defend Morant in a pick and roll because not only can he get his own, but he can also create passing angles in very tight spaces.
Here's George. Oh, Adams with the block. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by George. Memphis leading. Seems like this offense is being executed the way it was designed.
Yeah, I'm sure Coach couldn't be happier with the results.
From deep, Morant buries it from 3. Morant's got his second basket.
In motion, Morant's shooting ability is solid, but when he's this set up, it's outstanding.
Here's George, and the jam by George.
Come on, B.A. He sure can rise.
Grant, that's as good as it gets. One of the best in the league.
When it comes to the Grizzlies, a lot of this season is about erasing the memory of their playoff loss last year. It was a disappointing end to their season.
The shot's good. Adams has got 8 here in this quarter.
Yeah, this is where Adams looks to score, especially when he has a matchup he likes.
Outside Covington.
2 minutes remain in the first half.
Here's Leonard. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
First personal foul.
Ja Morant picks one up.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
But with Memphis's 2021-2022 season, it still has to be considered a success, right?
Yeah, I think it was a successful season, but as a whole, this young team, they won their division, but the hopes were so much higher going into the postseason than just the second round.
And despite the height disadvantage, oh my, he just attacks that interior.
Really unfazed. Throw his height right out the window there.
Pass to Leonard. Minute 32 left in the second quarter. It's Covington on the wing. Here's George. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
And just not letting the tough defense stifle him. I mean, George gets the shot he wants. Hustle pays dividends, I'll tell you. And when it's getting you to the line like that, whew, man, what a night.
Moran against Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard gets a whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. 1:14 left in the second quarter. Here's Adams.
The defensive versatility Covington provides is huge. He's able to guard multiple positions with his length and speed.
And they'll get another chance. Bane, the pass to Adams. Tries yet again. It's rebounded by Zubac. Zubac has got 4 rebounds now. Leonard outside. Back to Wall. Leonard finds Wall. George with it. Shot clock at 6. The Clippers got to hurry. Late clock here. Zubac passes to Covington. Oh, there's the shot clock violation. So they'll turn it over.
Ball to Memphis.
There's 25 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Now Morant. He's got 7. Clock at 6. Outside Bane. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
First personal foul.
The free throw drops for Bane.
Shooting for Memphis. Desmond Bane. 2 shots.
And so he makes both from the line.
For a star like him, you get lots of opportunities at the line, and he's great at cashing them in.
And so it's Memphis with a 6-point.
With the score, your Clippers, 19. The Grizzlies, 25.
As we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. What a game we're seeing here from Steven Adams.
He's been so disruptive defensively in the first half. His fast hands pick plenty of pockets.
Not only does he have solid defensive instincts, he just plays extremely hard. And I know people might not realize this, but that is a skill, and it is very difficult for the opposition. It is a recipe for disaster.
Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Taylor Jenkins. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. Bane and Brooks out on the wing. And it's Morant in at the point guard position. Here's Brooks. Tipped. And they'll keep possession. Adams shot's good. The Clippers trail. George outside. You know, one expression you hear from a lot of coaches nowadays, threatening drives. What's the value of breaking the paint?
BA, dribble penetration is so important, particularly in today's game. With the spacing and the great shooting on the perimeter, if you can get to the paint, one, you may score at the rim, but if the defense collapses, now you have an opportunity to find an open shooter from 3.
Bane into the lane, out to the right wing. Adams inside. George defending. Brooks outside. Memphis needs to get off a shot. Shot from the wing. That one a little long.
Now, I understand that that shot didn't go down, but they will take that look every trip down the floor.
Wall, the pass to George. And the foul on Steven Adams.
Steven Adams.
That's his first foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Right around a minute and a half played in the third quarter. Leonard finds Zubac. George outside. Just 5 on the clock. And the foul called on Paul George. That's foul number 2 for him.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
For Memphis, they've gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. Outside Morant. Pass to Brooks. Now here's Morant. Out of bounds as Memphis keeps possession.
He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
That's fine. You love the effort, not making things easy for the opposition on offense.
Here's Jackson. Outside for Morant. Here's Brooks. 6 to shoot. No good with the triple. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. And about Brooks, becoming a staple in the middle of this lineup, Richard.
Plays the 2 and 3 positions on the floor and scores it really well. But most importantly, he's out there for his defensive effort and intensity. He is a versatile player that any team would love to have.
And just turns it over in one of the most irritating ways possible. I mean, what was that?
Violations like that, yeah, those will make your coach bolder than me.
Jackson with a screen on Leonard. Pass to Adams. And here's Jackson. The 3 ball. Ooh, the Grizzlies with another miss.
And sometimes on defense, you could just get lucky.
Outside Covington. Now here's Leonard. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. That's on Steven Adams.
Some really tough defense inside, but Leonard won't back down. I mean, he's just scrappy. He wants to make the defense work twice as hard.
Memphis has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Leonard against Morant. Ooh, solid D from Leonard. On offense, here are the Clippers. They've only allowed 2 points so far in the second half. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
15 foul.
The first free throw is good.
Kawhi Leonard for a free throw.
Both shots good from the stripe. Memphis leading. Outside Morant. Shot to end the cold streak. Leonard pulls down the board. Morant, the pass to Jackson.
Third quarter. 2 minutes.
Bain with it. 6 on the shot clock. Out left to the wing. Over George. Ooh, the Grizzlies with another miss.
See, that miss right there. It's why teams try to avoid the mid-range jumper these days.
The team is in the penalty.
And it's tied up with that one.
And just one of the most complete players in the game today. George's two-way game and strong leadership traits are reasons why he's a star.
Now Los Angeles with it. It's been 8 unanswered for them. It's George on the wing. Minute 32 left to play in the third quarter of basketball. 5 on the clock. Here's Leonard. Pass to Zubac. It's good. And the assist that time from Leonard.
Evolving as a passer and playmaker, Leonard wants to keep setting up his teammates like this.
Outside Morant. Here's Bain. Puts up a 3. Ooh, the Grizzlies with another miss. And they've been producing at a high level.
No question. They're in a nice rhythm offensively.
And there's the call on Dylan Brooks. That's his first foul of the game. We're in the bonus now, and they'll go to the line. George hits them both. Here's Morant. He's got 7. Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
And he gets that one. Morant's got 9 points.
So flashy with the rock. Morant takes pleasure in slicing and dicing the D to pieces.
Wall, the pass to George. Picked by Covington. George finds Covington. Shoots over Jackson. Kicks it to George. The shot comes out. Ooh, excellent D there from Jackson. Memphis trailing here. Pass to Morant. Out to the wing. From deep. That's good. And now he's 5 for 11 in this one.
Consistency from deep is going to be the biggest determining factor in Morant's ceiling. If he gets that, I think we're going to see some MVPs in his future.
George passes to Covington. The layup off target. It's still anybody's game as we reach the end of 3. Grizzlies out in front, up by 1. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Serving it up on a platter, that is a beautiful dish. And 2 teammates on the same page. Ooh.
Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the 4th quarter. Ivica Zubac's out there with Robert Covington. Then there's Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Wall in at the 3. That's who's out there for the Clippers.
Nice work to rise up and secure that miss. Solid rebounding effort from him.
Zubac with a screen on Bane. It's George on the wing. Brooks defending. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
Tough one. In a game where every possession is valuable, turnovers can make the difference.
The Clippers call timeout. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
During that last break, Coach Tyronn Lue had some advice for the team. He told them this is a game that we can win. It's a game we should win. We've matched those guys step for step. From this point forward, let's try to force them to play at our tempo.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks.
Let me hear you get loud. All right, then. Let's give a big hand to your Clippers.
And the Grizzlies shooting 41% in this game. Outside Morant. Knocks down the triple.
Still a little bit of a streak shooter. Morant has been deadly accurate tonight. Man.
Wall against Brooks. Pass to George. Inside. To the inside. Here's Zubac. George finds Wall. Covington, he's open. The Grizzlies pull it in. Morant with it, and it's Leonard picking him up. And now we've got an intentional foul.
Robert Covington, second personal foul. First team foul.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in the 4th. Leonard against Morant to the middle. Here's Jackson. And a great assist by Morant as that one goes. Morant's got his 5th assist in this one.
A tough cover. Jackson has a ton of post work. He can go over either shoulder or face up.
Here's George. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Man, the defender really went after him.
And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Grizzlies. And that's good as he hits both shots. And we're about 2 minutes into the 4th now. Now here's Morant. Driving in. Good work defensively by Leonard. And an intentional foul right there.
Desmond Bennett, second personal foul. Second team foul.
And the call will be against Jaren Jackson. That's foul number 2 for him.
And there's just one foul now away from the penalty.
George finds Covington. Outside Wall. And here's Leonard. Pass to George. Clock at 6. Now here's Zubac. Shot blocked.
Oh, a fantastic defender. Adams embraces his role on this team as their defensive anchor. And this is just typical of him, always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
And his team needs every bit of his production if they want to pull this one out. It is neck and neck here in the final period.
Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen.
Adams with a screen on Leonard. Moran against Leonard. Outside Bain. 4 on the clock. Shoots over George.
Yeah, just an outstanding defender. George's timing and feel for how to guard guys is a valuable commodity.
To take the lead. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled. And no surprise here. At this stage of the game, they're going to use the coach's challenge to make them take another look at the call.
People were worried that this would slow the action down. But with so many close calls in every game, the NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
The previous play is
let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
There's a minute 47 left in the fourth quarter. Outside for Brooks. Leonard pulls down the board. The Clippers have gone 1 of 4 since the fourth quarter began. Pass to George. Oh, Brooks with the steal. And the foul called on Paul George. That'll get him his 4th foul of the game. Memphis has gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. Outside Morant. Now Brooks. Back to Morant. And there's a defensive 3-second call. And he shows the focus there. Nails the tee.
In a tight game, he is exactly who you wanted at the line.
There's a minute 12 left to play in the fourth quarter. Pass to Brooks. Goes back up. Kicks it out to Jackson. They had a number of cracks at it. Just came away empty-handed. The Clippers shooting it well, around 55% for the game. George passes to Covington. There's 42 seconds left in the fourth. Back to Leonard. Shot clock at 6. To tie it up. Pass to Wall. And stolen by Morant. They're running. Here's Bain. Here's Morant. "17 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Just 5 to shoot.
Nice finish.
Man, big time right there. And he goes in for the dunk.
They have a relentless mentality, even with the game in total control.
No let up with these guys. They're going for the throat now.
And so it's the Grizzlies who come out on top here. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them.
go.
So the Timberwolves win the tip. Now, here is Russell. And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Sliding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. And it's Russell in at the point. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
It's been interesting as Reggie has finally seemingly found a home, or at least confidence in the way he plays. He's a guy who can carry you on offense, and he will score in bursts. And those will be very loud points.
Both free throws good from Jackson. Now the Timberwolves with it. You know, you appreciate Zubac's focus on close-range looks as a big man.
Well, Zubac's one of those big centers that's burly and tough and rugged on the inside. And while other bigs are searching that three-point line out, Zubac's looking to get deep into the paint. When you look at his shooting percentages over the past couple seasons, up around 60%. That's good shot selection, great consistency.
Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. All alone. Good as the jump shot falls. Russell's got 5.
Again, Russell able to dance behind the screen, and once he's able to set you up like that, it's over.
And George kicks to Jackson. Leonard on the wing. Zubac trying to break loose. Leonard, no luck. The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. Off target from the wing.
That's a shocker there. Did not expect him to miss from that range. He's got to be shooting close to 60% from there.
Lets it go from the wing. Gobert pulls it in.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Edwards can't hit for Los Angeles. They've gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. George, that's a 2-pointer. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks. I caught up with Chris Finch. He told me defensively they have to stop dribble penetration, challenge the lobs at the basket, and generally make it difficult to get to the front of the rim. They don't want this to turn into a dunk fest, because that will not end in their favor. Guys?
All right, David, thanks. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession. Here's Russell. He has 5. The 19-foot shot. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. For the Clippers, it's been a slow start here. They trail by 3. Zubac finds George. Zubac a screen on it. A shot by George. Wide open. Out to Morris. Pass to George. Trying to get something going. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Right side Towns. Another miss by Minnesota.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Jackson has the open look. Los Angeles with another miss. Timberwolves leading by 3. Here's Edwards. Nice that time from Leonard.
Man, I thought he was making that in so close. That's some aggressive defense.
To the paint. It's stolen by Gobert. Here's Towns. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound.
Well, he creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go. Even with the defense not really a factor.
Now here's Leonard. No points in the game yet for him. And finished off by Leonard.
And Kawhi rising up and bringing that one down.
And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for Minnesota. Here's Gobert, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Hard work on the offensive glass. You can see the coaching staff rise up and clap for that effort.
Outside, George. Pass to Morris. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Edwards.
Remains LA basketball.
A 3 from Leonard. Anthony Edwards with the rebound. Timberwolves leading by 3. The drive by Russell. Lays it up and banks it in. Russell's got 7 points in the game.
Russell in complete control that time. Score off of that drive. It's a skill you have to have as a combo guard in this league.
And he drives in. Yep, that one goes.
Now, how did he manage to change his shot midair?
Minnesota's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Russell passes to McDaniels. And the rejection by Leonard.
And that's what you expect from one of the greatest defenders maybe this league has ever seen. Great play by Kawhi that time.
Edwards passes to Towns. Leonard with the steal. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession. He got it up. That one, no good. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Timberwolves lead by 3.
Fans, please give a big round of applause for your Clippers team.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And guys, what's your take so far on the Timberwolves?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Jackson in at the point guard position. That's who's out there for the Clippers.
Yeah, that was $1 million crossover to free him up, but that finish, give him 50 cents.
Minnesota in the lead. Here's McDaniels. No good that time. Great D that time from Leonard. Outside, George. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. You know, Greg, we know to win at the highest level, you need your star players to show up in the big game. With that in mind, what's the key?
You know, it's their will and their ability to fight. If you look at the great ones, even when things haven't gone their way, they continue to scratch and claw and do everything in their power to try and get the W.
And for the Clippers, they're shooting only 21% from the field so far. On the wing, Jackson. Outside, Leonard. Rebound, Minnesota. Towns has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Jackson. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
Leonard attacking. Morris kicks to George. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. Jackson against Russell. Driving inside. Makes the shot. Basket number 4 this game. Brings him up to 4 for 9.
Well, not the biggest guy on the floor, but still big for a guard and a lefty. It's a nice soft touch from D'Lo.
George, that's a 2-pointer. The good-looking shot from the wing. George has got 6 points in the quarter.
He's just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Russell looking around. And there's the pass to McDaniels. Leonard with the steal. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. And boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is. And so they will award the basket there.
Man, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
The Timberwolves trail. Outside, Russell. This is it to Edwards. Cuts it 5. Tries again. And Gobert kicks to McDaniels. The open shot, Edwards. Offensive rebound.
He knows his job. Gobert is there to own the glass and cash in on as many second chance opportunities as he can.
George against Edwards. They grab their own miss. Outside for Jackson. Pass to George. From deep. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. And the dunk by Towns.
And how about the athleticism from Towns there? Skying up with ease to power through on that alley-oop.
And a deep 3 from George. George missing again.
And it's another just bad decision on a night full of those. His shot selection tonight has been questionable at best.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Edwards. Clippers trail by 3. Jackson dishes to Morris. And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Second team foul.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Leonard, that's for 2. Los Angeles with another miss. It's Gobert with the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Russell passes to Towns. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Towns has got the lead up to 6 now for the Timberwolves.
Well, he's a gifted passer. This is one of his natural abilities, and the instincts just showing off from Russell there.
Morris finds Jackson. Driving the lane. Clock at 4. And here's George for 3. And again, no good by the Clippers. Russell inside. He's covered by Leonard. Here's Jackson. It's called the run. And Jackson throws it down hard.
Good handles from Reggie. The kids would tell you Reggie's in his bag.
6-second difference between shot and game clock. Here's Towns. And again, it's Minnesota.
And when he gets in his head that he's going to get to the basket, very little you can do defensively.
Jackson kicks to Morris. From deep, George. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Russell. Oh, the lob to Gobert. And so it's the Minnesota. Thank you, David, for that interview.
Your Clippers, 16. The Timberwolves, 22.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at D'Angelo Russell. What a contribution.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
On the court for Minnesota. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. 2 big men inside, Towns and Gobert. And it's McDaniels in at the 3. Here's Towns. Kept alive. Here's Gobert. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Gobert's got 6.
And how about the play by Gobert there in the paint? Not afraid to get physical on his way to the basket.
And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. Here is Russell. They lead by 6, their biggest margin. It's hauled in by George. Now the Clippers with it. Leonard, the pass to Covington. Outside Leonard. Shot from the wing. Good. 6 points for him.
Lots of throwback stuff to Kawhi's game as he's just feasting now in the mid-range.
Outside Russell. Towns with it. He's got 9. Comes up empty from 19 feet out.
Now, shots like that drive coaches batty. I'll be shocked if he attempts that shot again.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
So crafty on the drive. When Wall is in attack mode, he really puts a ton of pressure on the D.
Taurean Prince, he's checked in for McDaniels, and he sinks the second. Timberwolves leading by 3. Outside Russell. The dish now to Towns. Rebounded by Covington. Towns with the steal. Feeds it to Russell. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Back to George. Over Prince. And there's Paul George on the assist by Wall. 10 points for Paul George.
And just taking pride in being their leader, these passes show Wall wants to make his teammates better.
The drive by Russell. It's tipped. Outside, Towns. 5 to shoot. Going inside. Another miss by Minnesota. The Clippers have gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. Here's Wall. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there for Minnesota. They've gone only 1 of 6 from the field in the third quarter. Not how they pictured the half started. Outside, George for the lead. No good on that one. Minnesota in the lead. Russell inside, covered by Wall. And another make to his scoring column. His 5th basket of the game. Now shooting 5 of 11. George passes to Zubac. Outside, George for the tie. Minnesota with the rebound. Down low. Covington with it. Now guarded by Towns. And here's Leonard from 3. Drills the three-pointer. Leonard's got it all tied up now for the Clippers.
Sometimes tough to get out to that corner, and Kawhi sat there and made the defense stretch out.
Outside, Russell. Pass to Edwards. Launches a 3. Clock at 6. Here's Wall. A miss that time. Would have put him up. And so it's Russell with it. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Near the three-point line, it's Edwards. Wall with the steal. Covington finds Leonard. The shot, no good. Towns with the defensive effort. Paul George with the steal. And here comes Leonard leading the fast break. For the lead, the pass to Zubac. And he uses the glass on the way up. Zubac has got the lead up to 2 now for Los Angeles.
You think about the growth of Kawhi Leonard's game, where in the first few seasons had very few assists as a playmaker, and now it's a key part of his game.
And that one's good. Russell.
And that's an example of playing big, adapting to the situation.
Tip of the cap there. I mean, that defense was good. The finish was better.
George, no good. Edwards looking it over. It's all tied here in Los Angeles. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the 4th quarter of action when we return.
The Timberwolves.
And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his speed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Robert Covington out there with Ivica Zubac. And it's Wall in at the 1 spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Here's George. The kick out to Wall. Takes the 3. That shot no good. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. Here's Edwards. It's hauled in by the Clippers. George has got 4 rebounds in this game. Leonard, that's for 2. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got 14, 14 rebounds for him tonight. Wow. Leonard with the steal. It's George on the wing. And good, coming off the assist by Wall. Wall's got 3 assists in the game. Now Russell. Outside, Towns. Back to Russell. Over Wall. Shot clock at 6. Towns with it. He's picked up by Wall. Shoots from 14. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound. Leonard's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Covington. The kick out to Wall. Leonard looking over the floor. A terrific shot on the turnaround. And the Clippers lead by 2.
Great dribble move there. Kawhi using refined ball handling skills to get wherever he needs to on the floor.
Here's Russell. Ooh, the double clutch. The shot, no good. The Clippers go the other way with it. Leonard inside. Edwards there. Here's George. And the layup's good off the glass. Now it's a 4-point Los Angeles lead.
Paul George has such a deep bag on the offensive end. A polished scorer, and tough to keep him away from hot spots on the floor.
And the rejection by Zubac. The Clippers have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. On the wing, George. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Here's Leonard, and that one goes long. Timberwolves have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. That's his first foul. Los Angeles on D. A 2-point game. Here's Edwards. It's hauled in by George. George has got his 6th rebound on the night. George double teamed. Covington. The shot's good on the assist by George. Covington's got his first points in this one.
Calm, cool, and Covington. Big time shot.
Russell finds Towns. Back to Russell. And he banks in the layup.
Well, D'Angelo Russell not scared of the big moment.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Ball passes to Leonard. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Prince outside. Lobbed up there for Edwards. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And the more experience Edwards gets, the better he'll become, especially when he's stepping up and hitting the big shots.
Trying to break that ice-cold streak, and it's Leonard missing.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
Covington kicks the wall. Takes it out to Leonard. Passes to Covington. 6 on the shot clock. Releases from 15. The 3 from George. Wow, through the contact, and that 3 almost went in, so he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
First team foul.
He knocks down the clutch free throw.
And with the game hitting the balance, PG is a good bet to deliver.
And so he's good on all 3 free throws, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
Yeah, critical that he's able to convert there. Now they've taken the lead.
To the inside, Covington with the steal. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for Los Angeles. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Leonard against Prince. Outside, George. From deep 3-point range. A shot off that time.
A 3 and nothing but a 3 will do here.
Nah, this is all from the perimeter and outside the arc here.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it.